The following is a presentation of the Retro Network.
Come on in, sit a spell. We've got stories and jokes to tell. It's gonna be a great Noel. It's the Advent Calendar House. Muppets, Batman, Smurfs, and even Garfield's Halloween. We're gonna take a trip down memory lane. Frosty, Rudolph, and a bunch you've probably never seen. It's Mike and pals that come to entertain. Turn the knob and lift the latch for fun and laughs that can't be matched. And just beware the icy patch. It's the Advent Calendar House.
Welcome to the Advent Calendar House, a holiday podcast that was hatched into existence when an unholy hybrid of rodent and insect dumped fairy dust on a vegetable. Yeah, it sounds weird when I put it like that, but it's not far from the truth. The very silly truth of the first toy craze that truly turned Christmas shopping from a winter wonderland to a war zone. So put on your cute little helmets and join us on a journey back to 1984 to witness the Cabbage Patch Kids' first Christmas. I am familiar-looking petty thief with a passing resemblance to a giant weasel, Mike Westfall. And joining me is my cousin from another cabbage, even though I don't know how plant genetics work, but that's what I'm going with. Steven's back. Hey, Steven.
Hey, how are you? Happy to be here, especially for this episode.
Oh, thank you so much. And an adorable doll with 2,751 freckles and 3,000 marshmallows. It's Julia from 'Tis the Podcast. Hey, Julia.
Well, sign my butt and plant me in a cabbage patch. I am happy to be here, Mike.
Oh, thank you both. I think before we even talk about the special, I think we need to also talk about our histories with Cabbage Patch Kids in general. We're all around the same age, and we've had some early memories of the absolute peak of that hype. Did you have any Cabbage Patch Kids? Did you watch this Christmas special as a kid? And let's start with Julia.
So I had a couple Cabbage Patch Kids, but I have one that is near and dear to my heart. Her name is Lily. She's a newborn, so she's one of the bald ones that came in like the yellow gown.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, I got her when I was like 2 or something for Christmas. So really, it's just a testament to how much my mother loved me when I was little because she fought through Toys R Us to find one in the great, hunt for Cabbage Patch Kids during that craze. So she's one of those stuffed animals I still have in a box upstairs that I will keep and hand down. So she means a lot. None of the other stuff with Cabbage Patch means anything to me, though. I never watched the specials. I didn't watch the show. And I was an adult before I realized how weird the entire premise really is.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, we will get into all of that. Steven, how about you?
So I had a Cabbage Patch Kid named Ethan, who I got for my 3rd birthday. And one time I walked into the bathroom and my brother, who was younger than me, still is, was putting toothpaste in its hair. And I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I'm shampooing its hair." And then my mom threw it away. So that was the end of Ethan.
Wow.
But I will say, so transition here. This is, I saw this in 1984. My mom made a tape of Christmas specials for me when I was a kid. This is on that tape. And I think, like, watching it now, I was just actually watching the tape. It goes Charlie Brown Christmas, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and then Cabbage Patch Kids.
Wow.
And I think those are my 3 favorite animated Christmas specials of all time in that order. Like, I named my son Linus after the Christmas, Charlie Brown Christmas. So, like, this tape means everything to me.
You're going to say that. Yeah.
I feel like I mentioned this special to you years ago and was like, if you ever do Cabbage Patch Kids First Christmas, please bring me on, because I love it so, so much.
Yeah, I think I put your name down after you said that, and it was still up there. I'm just like, oh, I guess I got to put Steven on here.
I'm very appreciative to be here to talk about this.
I remember having a Cabbage Patch Kid. Maybe my sister got one too later on. I don't remember getting them. I don't remember their names. They just kind of showed up. I remember either a cousin or a neighbor, somebody in my life it was a talking phone from Hasbro. I think, where you turned a dial and it showed you a couple of numbers to punch in, and you can call this Cabbage Patch Kids, and it would play a recording like, "Hi, I'm Otis Lee. Want to play a game with me?" It was like a pull-string toy, but it was a phone. Any ideas? Does that sound familiar to either of you?
No.
Sounds awesome,
No, it does.
Yeah, it was cool.
but not familiar.
I remember there was like a Cabbage Patch Kids like Go Fish style game where like the cabbages would open up and you could like almost like pull them out. Remember that?
Yep.
Oh, like a Gulpin' Guppies almost?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yes. Like that.
That sounds familiar now that you say that.
I definitely had that.
Whoa. But as far as the special goes, I remember seeing it as a kid maybe once. It wasn't on one of my Christmas tapes, so maybe I caught it on TV, but I definitely remember watching it at some point in the 80s. And I think before we dive into the special, we really need to talk about the history of Cabbage Patch Kids. Created by Xavier Roberts, you know, the guy whose signature is on all of their butts. In 1976, Roberts, then 21 years old, met a woman named Martha Nelson Thomas, the creator of Doll Babies, and asked if he could sell them. She agreed at first, but later stopped. So, in 1978, Roberts made his own version, and he called it Little People, which looked a whole heck of a lot like Doll Babies, but apparently modified just enough to get a copyright. And subsequent lawsuits were settled out of court. But at first, he'd bring these little people to craft shows, not to sell because you don't buy them, you adopt them.
Mm-hmm. It was my first legal document as a kid.
Yeah. They come with little adoption papers and everything. And then later in 1978, he and his friends bought an old medical clinic in Cleveland, Georgia, and converted it into a toy store that they called Babyland General Hospital, which is still open today. Do y'all know about this place?
I have no idea. I did not know about this.
Oh my, it's a whole thing. One of my daughter's friends has gone multiple times. I didn't know about this until I had children. But this place is set up like a baby hospital. It's like a mini theme park. The employees are all dressed as nurses. There's a whole tour where you witness the birth of a new Cabbage Patch Kid under the magical crystal tree. It's got a whole backstory that was created by Roger Schlafer, who acquired the licensing rights to the dolls in 1982. That's when he renamed them Cabbage Patch Kids because Little People was already taken. Mm-hmm. So he and his wife came up with the legend of the Cabbage Patch Kids, and we see little bits and pieces of it in this special.
Interesting. This is all new to me.
Wild.
Yeah, there's apparently a whole picture book with the legend, and I'll bring it up as we get to those bits. And knowing about this hospital, I'm going to put a link to that in the show notes. It's just, they go hard on the lore of the Cabbage Patch Kids. It's like a mini Disney park.
That's awesome. This is somewhere that I need to go now.
You might. So this Roger Schlafer licensed the Cabbage Patch Kids to Coleco for mass production, and that is where you get what they refer to as toy Cabbage Patch Kids, the ones that we had with the plastic molded heads that we all went nuts for in the 80s. Before that, they were all soft stitched. And you can buy them at this Babyland, and they're huge collector's items. Those are hundreds of dollars. These were a lot cheaper to buy. So everybody went out and got them. And that's what led to that Cabbage Patch Kid craze in the early 80s that our parents all fought in. Which brings us to their first TV special. The Cabbage Patch Kids' First Christmas premiered December 7th, 1984, a Friday night on ABC. And just looking at the credits to this, it had this all-star team behind it. It's produced by Ruby Spears. It's directed by Charles A. Nichols, who had a long history working for Disney, dating all the way back to Pinocchio. And then he worked for Hanna-Barbera in the 1960s, working on everything from Quick Draw McGraw to Space Ghost. He co-directed Charlotte's Web. And then he joined Ruby Spears in 1980 and directed the first 5 seasons of Alvin and the Chipmunks.
That makes sense, because the animation did remind me at times of Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah, this has that same feeling. And that's around when this was released. And if you want to watch this, I found it on YouTube and on the Internet Archive. It is not hard to find. There are uploads that looks like they were ripped straight from a VHS tape. There are others that have been upscaled. Whatever your vibe is at the moment, you can find a version of this, really. And we get this gorgeous opening of a stork flying above the clouds. This looks amazing right out of the gate.
Mm-hmm. Brought me right back.
Yeah, and I was like watching this animation, I was thinking, we used to be a proper country that had beautiful animation for even the Cabbage Patch Kids Christmas special.
Really? You see him flying over the country. It like turns into a map with labels.
It's gorgeous to look at. I was like, do they like, are there animation cells that are available for this? Because that would be awesome
Probably.
to own something from this.
And you got like swelling music. The music is by Joe Raposo, who is the longtime songwriter for Sesame Street. And I get a few vibes here for some of that. Like even the song they sing later definitely would belong in Sesame Street. Totally.
Uh-huh.
And I've talked about him before. He also did the music for Halloween is Grinch Night. So this is the level of quality coming into this one-off special.
Wow.
So we're following this stork who is voiced by Hal Smith.
Sure is cold up here. I don't relish flying at Christmas time, but a new Cabbage Patch Kid's gonna be born soon, and I've got to get down there.
I've talked about him a bunch. Most recently, I did an episode on The Town Santa Forgot. He voices Santa in that.
It's a great voice.
It really is, yeah. Here he's Colonel Casey, the stork.
I do love that the stork has like a military title. That always, as a kid, I was like, ooh, he's a fancy stork.
Well, we're heading to Georgia. He's like a Southern colonel. He's like,
yes.
He's got the pilot hat on and the reading glasses. And he tells us he's headed to a secret cabbage patch where the Cabbage Patch Kids are born. And we see him fly through. First, he flies into this snowy landscape, into a forest. And then he emerges out in this clearing where it looks like it has never seen snow before.
Yeah, does it snow like that in northern Georgia ever?
It can.
Oh, it can? Okay.
But I feel like when it does, the world shuts down.
Sure, 100%.
Yeah.
You get an inch of snow in Georgia, work stops, schools closed. It's like 24-hour news coverage on the Atlanta station.
Makes sense.
Now I know why it's their first Christmas, because they live in this timeless paradise behind a few trees where the weather just stops. It's magical. It's like a wizard did it, or rather a bunny bee did it. And here comes that backstory about how Cabbage Patch Kids are born. We see a bunch of half bunnies, half bees pollinating cabbages with magic crystals.
So weird.
It was the 80s, man.
It was.
This is all officially canon, too. It's up on the Cabbage Patch Kids website about the bunny bees. We're getting the CliffsNotes version of this to start this special, but bunny bees sprinkle magic crystal dust over a head of cabbage, and out pops the just unique enough as deemed by copyright law human head of a Cabbage Patch baby.
The rate of harvest, though, is so much slower, I think, than I was expecting. Because, like, one is born.
Yeah.
Right? And they're all celebrating the single one being born. I don't know how they kept up with the mass craze in the 80s with just...
I don't know. They hired more storks, I guess.
The supply and demand.
Yeah, for real. So Colonel Casey, the stork, meets the Cabbage Patch Kids. They're a group of 7 slightly older kids and a baby. And standing a little taller than all of them is little Xavier Roberts, because he insisted on being a character in this story.
You know, I've seen this like 100 times, and I don't know if this is the first time I clocked that that's Xavier Roberts, like that they call him out. Because as a kid, I knew that the name Xavier Roberts was on their butts, but I didn't know what it meant. But now I'm like, wait a second, that's kind of weird that he's like a big kid who like looks over them.
It's really weird. It's really weird that he's like a slightly older kid and he's signed all of their rear ends. It's extremely weird. The first time I saw the special, I was like, I never put him as a low teenager. I thought he was in his 40s or 50s. Like,
I should make it clear that they don't show him signing butts in this special.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
It's a whole different version of the 80s.
It's implied.
You know it's there.
The official line in the official Legend of the Cabbage Patch Kids is that when Xavier Roberts was 10 years old, he followed one of these bunny bees behind a waterfall and he ended up in the secret Cabbage Patch. So that's why you see him a little older here. He's familiar with everybody. He's made friends and he's made a promise to help deliver all of these newborn Cabbage Patch babies to homes to be adopted. And that's where the store comes in. He delivers them to this Babyland General Hospital. That's real.
It's admirable.
Sure is. And here's where we learn that in this special, it's Christmas Eve because Xavier's been telling the kids all about the Christmas spirit. So we have to pause now to meet them all. Colonel Casey introduces us to each of them by name. Starting with Otis Lee, he's like the first Cabbage Patch Kid Xavier met. He's the lead guy. He's the short little bald boy who's always wearing an army helmet. Mm-hmm. They don't know about Christmas. None of them know about Christmas, but they know about the army. Don't think about it. It's fine.
It's his gimmick.
Yeah.
Xavier said that people go to the city to see the spirit in the air. It's a great, big, spooky-like thing that floats around in the sky.
Otis Lee is voiced by Scott Menville. He was 13 here, but he had a pretty recognizable child actor voice at the time. Just, I'm a boy. I like boy stuff. I've talked about him before. He was in that Deck the Halls with Wacky Walls as the spoiled kid in that who learns the true meaning of Christmas. He is still voice acting. He is best known now as the voice of Robin on Teen Titans Go.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I never put that together. That's amazing.
Neither did I until the last time I talked to him. I'm like, wait a minute. Made a career out of this. So that's awesome.
That's great.
So we have Dawson Glenn. He's the one who's dressed up like a cowboy.
Tomorrow's called Christmas.
He is voiced by Josh Rodin, whom I know best as Popeye's son in Popeye and Son. You remember that show?
I do. I definitely remember that show.
He also voiced Cousin Freddie on the Berenstain Bears and Raggedy Andy when he was in a Saturday morning cartoon.
I watched that one too. Yeah. I remember that.
Here's a really obscure thing I saw in his credits. There was this one-off cartoon I remember the Disney Channel airing. It was called Sparky's Magic Piano. He's this kid who got bored during his piano lessons, wishes he could play better, and the piano grants his wish, and he becomes super famous, but he gets an ego about it, so the piano takes back the wish. I haven't watched this in literally decades, but when I saw that title, I was like, whoa, that came back to me.
Oh, I remember that.
You do?
That majestic head of red hair. I vaguely remember the image of it. I couldn't tell you the story. Ooh, that's worth looking up later.
I don't know. It just all came back to me all at once when I saw them. Like, huh. Let's see. We have Rachel Marie, or Raimi as they call her. She's the little black girl in the blue dress.
It's a great holiday Xavier's been telling us about.
She is voiced by Ebony Smith, who played Danny Glover's daughter in all 4 Lethal Weapon movies.
Nice.
I saw that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. She was also on the last season of The Jeffersons as little Jessica, and she was on the first season of Family Matters. She was like Laura's bestie until Cherry Johnson shows up in the next season, and then she goes away.
Well, it's hard to be replaced by Punky Brewster's best friend.
Well, yeah. But Ebony Smith is now a doctor, so it all worked out.
Worked out.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
They call him Cousin Cannon Lee. I guess he's Otis's cousin, but aren't they all technically siblings?
They'd have to be.
They're all born in the same Cabbage Patch.
Yes. They're all quasi-related.
I assume they are. Maybe there's a Cabbage Patch next door that Cannon Lee comes from, but they call him Cousin Cannon Lee. The only one who calls him Cousin Cannon is the stork, so I don't know.
Not a lot of logic to the relationships here.
Yeah. He's the kid in the baseball hat.
You decorate a tree and hang stockings on a turkey.
He is voiced by David Mendenhall, who is also Daniel Witwicky on the Transformers, and he was Sylvester Stallone's son in Over the Top.
I saw that, and that like really, I was like, oh my
Yep.
God, it's the kid from Over the Top. I was looking at the IMDb. That's huge.
Oh, yeah.
That's some big casting.
I have talked about him once before. He was in the Smurfs Christmas special as one of the kids in that.
Okay. Like the Magic Berry one? That one?
The one where, like,
With Magic Nut?
maybe it's the one where, like, these kids get kidnapped by this mysterious stranger who may or may not be the devil. And then they sing that goodness makes the badness go away song, and they make Gargamel sing with them.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. I've seen that one. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I've got that on tape too.
Who else? We have Sybil Sadie. She's the blonde girl with the red glasses.
You've got it all wrong, Kenley. You hang the lights on the turkey.
She is voiced by Penina Siegel. She was also a voice on Popeye and Son as Popeye Jr.'s little friend Polly. And does anybody remember a show called Sister Kate about a nun running an orphanage? A young Jason Priestley was in it.
It sounds familiar.
I barely remember this being a thing, but she was in that. She has glasses in real life too, so she's one of the kids in that show. But I definitely know her better from Popeye and Son and this. Who else? We have Paula Louise. She's going to be a big player here.
Come on, Colonel Casey. Xavier's showing us pictures of Christmas, and we're toasting marshmallows.
She's the red-haired girl. She is voiced by Anne-Marie McAvoy, who would go on to have a recurring role on Full House as DJ's classmate, Kathy Santoni, who was like the hot girl they all keep talking about. Did you hear what Kathy Santoni did?
Oh, man.
We have Tyler Bowe, who is voiced by Vaughn Tyree Jelks,
I'm second in charge, and I think we go that way.
who was a child actor. He had walk-on appearances on Webster and 227 and Pee-wee's Playhouse. He was one of the Playhouse gang kids.
Oh, nice.
He was a recurring character on the new Leave It to Beaver.
I used to love that show.
Yeah. And as an adult, he worked as a writer's assistant on 6 Feet Under and the Huleys.
Not bad.
Yeah.
It's a odd bedfellows, right?
I guess so, yeah. But when you're a writer, I mean,
I love it. It means he's varied.
there's also Baby Dodd, who's a baby. That's his defining trait. We don't see much of him. He shows up in the beginning and in the end. He has to stay behind. He doesn't get to go on the adventure. But he's like an official Cabbage Patch Kid in the legend story, so they had to include him, I guess.
Wow.
Hello, Baby Dodd.
And finally, Xavier himself,
This is what a city looks like, all decorated for Christmas.
voiced by Sparky Marcus, who around the same time was the voice of Richie Rich.
Wow.
Love it.
He's a little older in here, so his voice is starting to drop a little bit. A few years before this, if you ever watched the Bad News Bears TV show, he played Ogleby, the little nerdy kid with the glasses with the clipboard.
I did watch that show. It was on like early Nickelodeon when
Yes.
they had to like lease stuff like
Right.
they couldn't show new shows. It was all like left over.
Okay, what can we air that we can borrow?
Yes.
He was Montgomery Moose on the Get Along Gang. He was TJ Tiger on Shirt Tales. And does the name Banjo the Woodpile Cat mean anything to y'all?
No.
It does not.
Okay, so it's a short film. It was from 1979. I believe it was Don Bluth's first short film after he left Disney.
Huh.
And it's about this cat who runs away from home, and Sparky Marcus voices this cat.
Oh, it's got all dogs go to heaven vibes.
It looks very similar because it's Don Bluth, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's funny that he did both Shirt Tales and Get Along Gang.
And the Get Along Gang.
Because
yeah.
those shows are like so intertwined in my memory as being so similar.
Right.
So, yeah, makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So those are the Cabbage Patch Kids and Xavier. He is showing them a picture book of Christmas things, and then he says he'd better get home to help trim the tree on Christmas Eve. There's that again.
Oh, what a choice. Would never be me.
No, like, I understand. I say this every time. I understand that you got to show them doing something, so that's why they always show it. But here they're mentioning it, so it's weird. But before he leaves, Xavier reminds the kids, don't forget about what I said about the Christmas spirit. And Cousin Cannon says, I wish we could get to see him. Because he thinks the Christmas spirit is a person. But Otis corrects him. He can't be a man, Xavier said. People go to see him in the air. So he must be a ghost. Well, no, he says it's a great big spooky-like thing. Because this is in Georgia, so they all have, like, hints of a twang.
Yes.
But only when they remember to use it. Because they're kids. Like, these are all child actors. Whatever it is, now all the kids want to see the Christmas spirit for themselves. So they all decide they're going to go into the city and find the Christmas spirit. But Colonel Casey warns them, you've never been to the city before. And here I was expecting him to tell them, nope, you can't go. Y'all need to stay here and stay hidden or whatever. But nope, he just says, be careful.
It's such trust.
The 80s.
A troop of kids that, it is.
They're free-range Cabbage Patch Kids.
And like, they also like never specify the city, right? But are we meant to think it's Atlanta? Is that?
It's gotta be Atlanta. That's the closest city to Cleveland, where I think the official line is, yeah, this all happens in a Cabbage Patch near Cleveland, Georgia.
Okay.
There's like an official garden around the General Hospital, so.
Because I have questions about this, and we'll progress and all.
Yeah, there's a few landmarks that do exist in Atlanta, and then there are some that don't at all. So
okay, because I have some theories. Okay.
But I'm going with it's totally Atlanta. But let's be honest, in 1984, it'd be a lot less weird to see a group of kids walking around a city unsupervised than it would be to see a group of kids walking around the city with a giant stork in a pilot's cap and reading glasses.
Fair.
So fine. So Paula Louise, who's been holding little baby Dodd this whole time, gives him to Colonel Casey to watch, and they all crawl through an opening of what the Colonel specifically identifies as kudzu vine.
Mm-hmm.
And out the secret passage under that waterfall that hides the that Xavier found the secret entrance to the Cabbage Patch Kids.
It reminded me of like an elf when he like leaves and he's like, I went through the twirly gumdrops.
Yes.
And you're like, okay, it's got some like elf vibes.
Yeah, it does.
To like them escaping the Cabbage Patch and like going to the big city.
Uh-huh. I wonder if kudzu vine is like part of that legend. It's like, you gotta put it in this. It's important. I wonder if that's like in that garden at the General Hospital or something. But do you know about kudzu? Like
it's like the most invasive vine.
Yes, it's an invasive vine that
everywhere.
They call it the vine that ate the South because I guess it got introduced to America in the 1800s and just took over the whole southeastern United States. It looks pretty, but it can like overtake all the native plants.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how the Cabbage Patch stays hidden, I guess. It's hiding behind a wall of that stuff.
There you go.
And it stops in the same place the weather does. And speaking of the weather, the whole area on the other side of the waterfall is covered in snow. And good on the animators to remember to give all the kids new outfits so they can bundle up in the cold.
That was my question. So like, are we like meant to believe that it's all the same area, or like is it that this like some portal in space and time that takes them to a completely different city that's not near them? Because when they get to the city, it's also snowy and cold and everyone's bundled up.
I just decided, you know what? The Cabbage Patch is a magical land where the weather stops.
Okay, yeah. Fair. That makes sense in the world of the Cabbage Patch Kids.
Temperate all the time. But if they're cranking kids out, like it'd have to stay temperate.
And we're about to get some more crazy lore of the Cabbage Patch Kids because the next characters we meet are all part of this official legend. On the other side of the waterfall is a mine owned by a mean old lady named Lavender McDade, who's got a gold mine, but she can't get to the gold, so she's always trying to kidnap the Cabbage Patch Kids and force them to work in the mine.
Okay, her voice was very familiar.
Yeah, it's Tress MacNeille.
Fools! I know there's gold in there. I've got to get my hands on those brats. They're the only ones small enough to crawl inside.
Yes, where do we know her from?
Oh, you know her from everything, everywhere. She's Babs Bunny. She's like 8 or 9 different characters on The Simpsons and Futurama.
She was Dot in Animaniacs, is that right? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because I looked that up earlier. I was like, she sounds really... And like, she was young at this point.
Yeah, this is early in her career. Like, the earliest thing I can remember her from is the first Weird Al Yankovic album. She's like Lucy in that Ricky song.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And that was 1983. So that is like the beginning of her career as far as I'm concerned. So this is a year later.
That's crazy. Because, like, I mean, she's doing like this like evil old lady voice so well. And I was like,
yeah.
Is this really? What?
Well, it kind of like it veers into like Mom in Futurama or even like Skinner's mom. Like you're getting hints there.
Yeah.
And old Lavender McDade is accompanied by an angry-looking giant rabbit in overalls named Cabbage Jack.
Yeah.
Who is voiced by Arthur Burghardt, the voice of Destro from G.I. Joe, for like one line. I think he just says, yeah, and that's it.
That's all it says.
That's Arthur Burghardt voices one more character in this who also doesn't have a lot of lines and got a paycheck. Good for Arthur Burghardt. There's also a giant weasel in a suit and a bowler hat named Bo Weasel.
We'll get him this time.
He is voiced by Neil Ross. I know him best as the voice of Clyde from the Pac-Man cartoon.
Okay.
He was also in that Town That Santa Forgot I talked about a few episodes ago. He was just an elf in that, but these are all in the story, though. This character, the rabbit and the weasel and the Lavender McDade, they're all part of the Legend of the Cabbage Patch Kids.
Was just about to ask.
They look like they were created for this TV special, but nope, they're official.
That's crazy. I thought it was like a...
Are they talked about in this museum? Or, I'm sorry, the hospital?
Maybe.
Oh, interesting.
That part of the legend wasn't on the website, but there's like a storybook that I don't know if it came with the higher end Cabbage Patch Kids or if like you just buy it in the store, but there's a picture book out there somewhere that they're all in.
I thought for sure it was a Pinocchio ripoff when I was watching this. I was like, this is like a Pinocchio thing.
Good call out.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, it might be. I mean, they ripped off everything else. He ripped off a whole other doll line.
That's true.
So while the kids are trying to figure out which way the city is and arguing about where to go, these three jump out and try and grab them. And we get a really short Scooby-Doo style chase scene because it's Ruby Spears. It's not a long one, just enough for the bad guys to kind of stumble over themselves and the kids all climb up a tall pine tree to hide from them.
Mm-hmm.
And it works at first. They hide up there until Lavender hears someone coming, and she and her evil animal minions hide as a truck pulls up, and it's a couple of lumberjacks here to cut down the tree the kids are hiding in. They're cutting down trees to sell in the city. What a lucky break.
I do love, like, they have a line that's like, ooh, this will be good for the city.
Yeah.
This will sell real well in the city.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, ooh, good timing.
Yeah, don't take that out to like Cobb County. That's not where the money is.
Yeah, I know. The city folk will pay big money for this tree.
It is a beautiful tree. But after it's cut down and it lands perfectly onto the bed of the truck. Nicely done.
With no injuries.
Nope. Otis Lee peeks his head out of the tree before Sybil shoves him back down in the hiding. It's like trying to stay hidden, but Lavender saw it. So they attempt to hop onto the back of the truck, but it starts and it blows exhaust in their faces and they slip in the snow and they're just sitting in the road watching the kids wave goodbye to them, laughing, and then we never see them again.
Now, I was under the impression... So, like, that these Weasel and Bunny become the human beings later?
That's what I thought, too.
Same.
They make a passing. We'll get to it, I guess. Like, we're about to hit a commercial break here.
Okay.
The Cabbage Patch Kids Christmas will continue after these messages.
Want to talk to someone special?
Call us up, we're Cabbage Patch Kids, and let us share our love.
Hello.
Doris Lee, want to play a game with me?
Okay, come over to my house. I'm going to call Georgia Ann.
With the Cabbage Patch Kids talking phone, you can talk to 6 different Cabbage Patch Kids.
It's Georgia Ann. I love you. I love you too, Georgia Ann.
Cabbage Patch Kids talking phone. Batteries not included. From Hasbro Preschool.
It's the Cabbage Patch Kids hide and seek game.
Here we go round the Cabbage Patch to make a match, to make a match. Here we go around the Cabbage Patch, looking for 12 little kids.
12 little kids are hiding in the Cabbage Patch. You have to find them and match them to the cards.
But before you match them, you have to catch them. Catch the Cabbage Patch Kids.
You need fast hands and a good memory, because you have to find the kids before they hide again.
Catch the Cabbage Patch Kids.
The Cabbage Patch Kids Hide and Seek Game, from Milton Bradley.
We're the elves from Tis the Podcast. I'm Anthony.
I'm Julia.
And I'm Tom. And Tis the Podcast is a proud member of the Christmas Podcast Network.
Join us each week as we rank, review, and discuss all your favorite Christmas movies and television shows.
Sometimes we agree, sometimes it's a verbal brawl, but each and every week is guaranteed to be fun. Come join us.
We now return with the Cabbage Patch Kids Christmas.
So when we return after those messages, we arrive in the city, which I am assuming is Atlanta. We mentioned that. They marvel at all the decorations and buildings and cars and people, and they hop off the truck and they start looking for the Christmas spirit. Meanwhile, 3 heads poke out of the dark alley, and you think it's Lavender McDade because it's an old woman in the same color purple dress and hat, but she looks a little more human, let's say. She looks a little less cartoony and a little more character from Josie and the Pussycats. But it's not her. Her name is Bertha, but it's still Tress MacNeille's voice, and she's still got 2 cronies, but now they're human, but they look and sound an awful lot like Cabbage Jack and Bo Weasel. Same voice actors, but their names are Gus and Fingers.
What did we get?
2 bus tickets to Macon, Georgia.
And a library card.
Whoa, fools!
That's so weird because I always assumed it was the same people. And then like rewatching it now, I kept going back and being like, wait, isn't there like a scene when they say they turn into human beings?
No, they never explain it beyond like when the kids spot them. They're like, hey, that looks like Lavender and Bo Weasel and Cabbage Jack. But that's it.
Okay, I had like a total Mandela effect here where my childhood memory was that there was a scene where they're like, we're going to turn into these humans. And I like through disguise or magic. But no, I was totally wrong. Okay.
I'm sure anyone who watched this 40 years ago and is coming back to this now and watching it, like, probably has similar memories to ours that are just like, wait a minute, they're not the same. Nope.
It's so weird.
I guess they didn't have a way to figure out why no one in the city notices, help, a giant rabbit and weasel. So they decided, no, just let's like 3 different characters. This isn't going to work.
Yeah. But it's almost like the Wizard of Oz where it's like the Mrs. Gulch problem.
You know, it is. That's a great comparison.
So like at the end when they go back to the Cabbage Patch, those villains are still there.
We went to the city and you were there and you were there. Oh, but these 3 are just a group of local swindlers. Bertha bumps into a guy on the sidewalk, drops her bag full of stuff, and as the guy helps her pick everything up, the other 2 crooks pick the guy's pockets. And all they managed to get were a couple of bus tickets and a library card, so they're not even good at what they do.
No.
They like books.
Yeah, that's right.
They hate late fees.
This is when the kids spot them. Like they first ask, excuse me, lady, where can we find the Christmas spirit? And she's like, beat it, brats. And they run away. And that's when they notice, hey, that looks like Lavender. But they run away and keep looking for the Christmas spirit. And they spot a bell ringing Santa Claus on a corner across the street. And these kids have never been to a city before, but they apparently know to cross the street at the crosswalk. They don't say anything like that. I just noticed they did it. It felt like one of those stealth PSA things that they threw in. Hey, kids at home, even the Cabbage Patch Kids know how to use a crosswalk.
Absolutely. That's absolutely what it was.
Oh, yeah. But it's a 6-lane street, so the kids get stuck in the median as traffic starts up again. And that's when another woman on the other side of the road sees them there and tells her husband,
those children, if they step into traffic, they'll be hurt.
This woman is also voiced by Tress MacNeille, so this is her 3rd character now.
Wow.
I don't have a voice credit for her husband. His name is Frank, but I'm pretty sure it's Peter Cullen.
Hold our hands, kids.
Okay, because I saw his name in the credits as like a police officer, but that does make sense.
Yeah. And he's not even in the credits at the end of this. He's uncredited on IMDb and Wikipedia. And I saw that. I'm like, he's definitely the voice of that police officer. He's definitely the voice of a guy who works at the hotel we go to later. And the husband kind of has a Peter Cullen sound to him.
Yeah.
So there's a childless woman in the credits, but not a childless man.
Yeah, no, they just don't credit the husband at all. It's so weird. Because I guess they know, well, we can all tell that this is Tress MacNeille. But I guess no one decided, oh, yeah, that's Peter Cullen's voice. It sounds like him. Like, there's just a tiny hint of Optimus Prime in there.
Yeah.
Last time I talked about him was when he was voicing Eeyore.
Okay.
So.
I love that this woman says exactly what's on her mind at all times. That's like my favorite character trait.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She's like, oh, I wish we had a child like this. Christmas will be so lonely this year. And it's like, you just met this kid 2 seconds ago.
Just stream of consciousness.
It's great.
I mean, the written descriptions in these synopsises are heartbreaking /
oh, yeah.
awkward entirely. A childless couple is in the city for the holidays so they can enjoy watching all the kids celebrating since they can't have any of their own.
Yeah, that's what they explain later on. And she like sees this group of children and stuck in the median and her heart goes out to them all. So like she takes the husband like to come get them out of there. They tell the kids, hold their hands, and Dawson Glenn rightly asks, where are you taking us? And the woman tells them, out of this traffic, and that's good enough for the kids. They thank the couple. They're confused when this lady calls them, you poor children, you look so frightened. And little Paula Louise holds her face and says, I hope I didn't scare my freckles off. And the woman just bends down and gives her a hug. And this is when she tells her husband she wishes they had children, especially one like Paula Louise here. It's so lonely at Christmas without children, and like this is where she's just overcome with emotion. So her husband takes a tissue out of his pocket to help dry her tears as they walk away. But as he takes out the tissue, he drops his wallet, and only Tyler Bowe notices, and he picks it up. But also, Bertha and her two partners notice too, so they try and jump the kids, and they miss. The kids tell him, hey, this isn't yours. We're going to go give it back to the man. And they run off with their wallet, and they climb into an open window to hide of this nearby building that has the windows open on Christmas Eve when it's clearly snowed recently. They got all the streets plowed, but you can still see piles of snow, like even on the windowsill with the windows wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a summer day on the first floor of a building in downtown Atlanta. And not just any building, it's an orphanage. You know how orphanages downtown are always leaving their first floor windows open on Christmas Eve?
Of course.
The kids climb into a dark, empty hall, but in the next room, they hear someone talking.
Isn't this fun, Mom? Getting ready for Christmas Eve with you and Daddy and Grandma and Grandpa and the Christmas spirit in the house?
So all the Cabbage Patch Kids say, oh, the Christmas spirit's here. They've been looking for that guy. So they peek inside, and at first we see a shadow on the wall, and it looks like a little girl decorating a Christmas tree.
Can I just say the animation here is gorgeous.
So gorgeous.
Like, it's beautiful. Like, it's like so artistic and creative. And I don't know. I just like it hit me so hard, like rewatching it. I was like, oh man, no wonder why this like sucked me in so emotionally as a kid. It's like just beautiful.
They all brought their A games with it, like again, with an all-star team. So they all really came together with this. But the shadow of the Christmas tree, we pan over and we find, one, this girl's all by herself, and two, she's playing pretend with a coat rack and a bunch of stuff on it that casts a perfect tree-shaped shadow.
It's so heartbreaking when they reveal that it's a coat rack. Oh my God. It's still like, I love any movie or TV show where a person is alone and really sad on Christmas. I don't know why. That always gets me. But this was probably the first time I saw this in fiction.
Okay.
and it just hit me. I was like, man, like Christmas was always my favorite because like my family came over and there were kids around and like to think like to spend Christmas alone decorating a coat rack.
Oh yeah.
God, it just broke my heart.
I know you and I are big fans of Santa Claus the movie. It has that in there. So yeah, that all checks out.
Yeah.
But now these kids are very confused. They're like, we just heard you talking to your mom and dad, but there's nobody else here. And this poor, embarrassed girl has to explain to all these other kids that everybody else at the children's home are at other people's homes for Christmas visiting, hoping that they'll get adopted. But this little girl's got a brace on her leg, and she thinks nobody's going to want to adopt her. So she got left by herself in an orphanage on Christmas Eve. Cool.
Points of failure in this organization.
So many.
Yeah, the hard reality of that is it just slaps you in the face.
Oh, yeah, the hard reality of this is like, probably. This girl's name is Jenny. She is voiced by Ginny Holtzman, who around this time was the voice of Peppermint Patty, and I can definitely hear it.
Yeah.
Totally.
Nobody's gonna adopt me. I'm different from other kids.
All kids are different. Sure, she's different from me, and he's different from me.
And Tyler adds, being different's what makes every kid special, and I feel a song cue coming on.
Some of us big kids and some of us small. Some kids are shorter and some kids are tall. Everyone's different, there's me and there's you. But one day a year, every dream can come true.
I really like this song. They sing about how everybody's different, but it's everybody's Christmas.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite Christmas songs ever. I love this. I love it.
I had forgotten all about it until rewatching this, and I can hear that it's a Joe Raposo song. Like, this has that Sesame Street sound to it, where it could be in, like, one of those interstitials from the 70s or 80s. So the kids help Jenny decorate her coat rack Christmas tree with a bunch of construction paper decorations, including a star on top. It's a really, really cute scene. And then somehow at the very end, as they put the star on top, there's like a glow in the whole room. It was a really cool effect.
Again, beautiful animation in this special that aired. How many times did this air in prime time? Maybe 2 or 3?
No more than that. It definitely aired the year after because I saw some copies on YouTube had 1985 commercials.
Okay.
Because I forget what they were advertising. It's just well, this wasn't out in 84. This had to have been the next year.
Yeah. Because the Cabbage Patch Kids craze died out not too long after this, I want to say, but 87.
Yeah,
it was over.
Yeah. I think Wikipedia said the height of it was 83 to 87. You're right.
Okay. So to just think how much effort went into this one special that aired just a few times in prime time. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, and then fell off the face of the earth. And all these kids make Jenny feel better, telling her, you're going to find someone who wants to adopt you. And that's when Otis Lee remembers, hey, what about those nice people who helped us cross the street? They wish they had children. Yeah, they said they wanted a kid who looked just like Paula Louise. And Jenny happens to also have red hair and freckles. So they start to head out and find this couple. They still have their wallet anyway, so they got to return that. But Otis Lee also remembers they were being chased, and they might have seen the kids climb through the window, so Jenny tells them, okay, we'll sneak out the back. But the windows are still open, so Bertha hears that. Close the windows! Look, they already left a kid alone in the orphanage. Maybe other people are there working or something or in some other part of the building, but she was playing by herself on Christmas Eve. This is not the brightest of places.
The whole logic of this universe is that adult figures leave children alone
For
with their own devices.
Orphanage is bad. Adopt these children. Come to our hospital. We got a bunch. Get him his baby so this doesn't happen. So the kids sneak out the back door. And of course, Bertha, Gus, and Fingers are all waiting for them. And they grab the kids, shake them upside down to empty their pockets, looking for that wallet.
Manhandled.
For real.
By strangers. Yeah. Don't love that.
A bunch of stuff does fly out of their pockets, like Jackson yo-yos and a hairbrush.
Mm-hmm.
They all got kid stuff, but no wallet. Otis was smart. He hid it under his helmet, which he's holding onto his head so it doesn't fall off. These crooks didn't notice that part, so I was like, wow, he's a smart kid. So now Bertha puts on a slightly sweeter voice and tells the kids,
Tell us where the money is, and we'll be partners. You'll work for me. You'll rob, and steal, and pick pockets.
That's not a good sales pitch, lady.
That's terrible.
I don't know. I thought maybe I'd take her up on it.
I feel like they were trying to find a way. It's like, again, they have this established Lavender McDade character who wants them to work in the mines for them. So it's like, all right, what's the city equivalent of working in the mines? Oh, pickpocketing. All right. I'll make you work for me. So all the kids just tell her no. And Bertha comments, that's the trouble with the youth of today. They don't want to work. See, it's not a new complaint. They've been doing this since at least 1984. Pulling out this nobody wants to work anymore line. Come on.
I was thinking that too. I was like, wow, that really does go back.
Yeah, it's that old. Well, Lotus Lee and Cousin Cannon are still being held upside down by one of these other guys. So they bite his legs to get him to let go.
On the count of 2.
Yeah, no, because 3 was too long. He's like, no, we better do it sooner. Bite his legs and run out. Hey, it worked. Look, if you're being held upside down or in any kind of way that's like not safe and you need to get out of there, bite their legs.
What you gotta do.
That's good advice. Paula asks Jenny if she can run. Remember, she got a leg brace, so they made it a point to tell her, hey, can you run? Jenny tells her, when people like that are after me, you bet I can run. So they escape. And they run into the Prince Albert Hotel to hide. They're all like, hey, a prince lives here. And I looked it up. There is no Prince Albert Hotel in Atlanta.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know where they came up with this, but it's a very fancy looking hotel. And when they all run inside, the doorman shouts,
Stop those kids!
No kids allowed in the hotel. I don't know. They think they're street hooligans. That's what it is. But
exactly.
Like they're dressed like street hooligans. Like they're impeccably dressed.
Yeah, they all got different outfits. That one's dressed like a cowboy. This one's dressed in an army helmet. What's going on here?
I know. Respect the military here.
Yeah, you'd think in Atlanta. There's another hotel worker inside.
Find them. We can't have street kids running around the lobby of the Prince Albert.
And that's Peter Cullen's voice.
Ah.
Like he's uncredited in this special for some reason, but that is definitely his voice. And the husband sounded similarly. So that's what I'm going with.
Mm-hmm.
So the kids hide in a coat rack, not the kind that looks like a Christmas tree, the kind that has wheels in a hotel. Well, wouldn't you know it, the husband and wife they've been looking for happen to be in here too, staying at this hotel. The kids see them stepping out of an elevator. They're staying in the city so they can watch children enjoy Christmas. That's where we hear them say that. And I'm thinking, hey, did you try the orphanage?
Instead of staying at the hotel that's anti-children.
For real.
Exactly.
Maybe they did try the orphanage, but Jenny was the only one there, so she didn't answer the door. But Otis tries to call out to them, hey, lady, hey, mister, but they don't hear him. But unfortunately, the hotel worker did, so he spots the kids, and they all start wheeling this coat rack toward the hotel dining room where they saw the couple go in. And it crashes at the entrance of the dining room, sending the kids and all the coats on the rack flying onto the floor. The hotel workers sift through the coats and just throw them over their shoulders onto some other diners' heads. And then they kick the kids out. I'm thinking, didn't that couple walk in there and they didn't see any of this? Also, how are they paying for their dinner? He doesn't have his wallet. Unless he's like charged to the room. I'll find it later.
Sure, yeah. I'm sure that's the logic of this.
Yeah. It's a very 80s thing to do. Charge us to the room. So they kick these kids out of the hotel, and they are immediately spotted by Bertha and her cronies, and they start chasing them again. This time they hide in Piedmont Park, the sign says. That is a real place in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, that is called the Central Park of the South.
Oh, so we did narrow this down to Atlanta.
Yeah.
A very snowy Atlanta.
Mm-hmm. Now I gotta wonder, hey, did it snow in Atlanta in 1984? I can't believe I didn't remember to do that. Did it snow in Atlanta? I'm doing it right now live in 1984. What do we got? January. That doesn't count. It's not what I'm looking for. Okay, so maybe.
Maybe 83 when they were in production.
Well, yeah. January of 1984. And then they write this special and they thought, yeah, it'll be plausible. So, yeah, all right, I'll count it.
There was a winter storm in Atlanta in March of 1983, apparently.
There you go. All right, so it counts. Yeah, it tracks. Snow-covered Piedmont Park. Plenty of space to hide. And these kids decide to hide under a bridge. Here is where Jenny says, maybe I should go back to the children's home. I'm just making trouble for everyone. And listen, poor child. These kids were being chased before they even met you. It's okay. So they all gather up and close to her and insist,
You're not trouble, Jenny. No, of course not. No. Besides, it's never trouble helping a friend. And you're even more than a friend to me, Jenny. You look so much alike. I feel you're almost my sister.
This special's doing a really great job of letting you know the Cabbage Patch Kids are more than just your friends. They can be family.
That's true.
While Bertha, Gus, and Fingers are now on the bridge looking for them. They have no idea they're right under their noses. But first we have to cut to a flyover of the city as we sing Deck the Halls. It was a weird place to cut. It's a pretty sequence. It's snowing again. It's starting to get dark. It's just establishing the time's about to pass.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was a weird place to just throw that in there. The lights are on and twinkling.
It was very abrupt.
Yeah. And I don't know who decided this, but someone behind the scenes changed the lyrics of the song to Don We Now Our Bright Apparel. Oh, yeah? You don't want to say gay even in this context, really? This special is over 40 years old, and this is the only time I have ever heard anyone take the word gay out of Deck the Halls. Who did this?
That's crazy. I didn't even catch that.
I caught it. I was just like, I got so upset. I was like, y'all just made the Cabbage Patch Kids sing It's Everybody's Christmas. What happened to that?
I know.
Bright apparel. Then they show people around the city in their dark, heavy coats. Get out of here.
What is this like? There's like a war general statue in the park.
There's gotta be it's probably like a Civil War general. It's Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the kids are still hiding on the bridge. It's dark. It's getting cold. Poor Raimi is in a skirt. She's got a coat, but no leggings. And Jenny insists, please don't worry about me. You should go home. Your mothers and fathers must be worried about you. And only now do they bring up, oh, hey, we don't have parents either. It has to come up this whole time.
This is where you hear Adam Sandler. Information that would have been important to know yesterday.
So Jenny's like, you're all alone like me? But Tyler replies, we aren't alone. And I thought he was going to say right outright, we've got each other. But first he says, we've got Colonel Casey.
A big bird.
A big. And they also say, we've got Xavier. And Raimi does that. And we have each other. But maybe lead with that. This kid doesn't know who Colonel Casey or Xavier are. She hasn't seen the autographs on all your butts.
Yeah. You tell him it's an 8-foot stork, she might run for the hills.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we got I mean, they're already 2 heads shorter than her, so she knows something's up with them. The Cabbage Patch Kids are almost life-size in this. They're all shorter than every other child or human in this.
Mm-hmm.
But all the kids fall asleep under the bridge, and that's when Bertha sneaks up, takes Otis's helmet, and finds the wallet. First off, she says, thieves always keep their money under their pillow. I don't think that's real, but whatever.
Why is he? I was like looking, I'm like, man, that can't be comfortable to nap on your.
That's my.
You're freaking.
He's using an army helmet as a pillow.
Yeah, it looks very uncomfortable.
I know the other option is cold, snowy ground, but also you could just keep your helmet on.
Yeah, I mean, everyone else is like piling on each other.
It's cold. He's got no hair. He's one of the bald-headed Cabbage Patch Kids. Just keep the helmet on. But now Bertha's got the wallet, and the kids are surrounded under the bridge, and Bertha tells them, now you'll all steal for me. I'll make you crawl through windows and gates and make this my merriest Christmas. It's Christmas morning now, I should mention. Or you'll never see your brat friend again. And she grabs Jenny, the tall one out of the group. She grabs her. So Paula and Tyler run after her and try to reason with the kidnapper. They say, hey, well, we promised to get her adopted. She doesn't have a mother or father. But Bertha tells them, then steal one for her. Like, they're really going with the line like, I'm a bad lady who steals. That's all I know in life. And it looks like she's going to get away with it in a moment until the fuzz rolls up to the park. I guess someone did notice Jenny was missing from the home. I guess someone showed up later. I guess around dinner time. Wait a minute, where'd Jenny go?
That's the little girl missing from the home.
And those pickpockets we've been looking for.
The cops!
Talk about convenient cops. So the pickpockets run for it. Bertha still got Jenny. The other two grab all the rest of the Cabbage Patch Kids under their arm. They got like two under each arm because they're little guys. But Otis Lee, remember, he's like the main Cabbage Patch Kid. He's a master strategist. He tells them all to grab hands and they'll pull each other out. And Gus and Fingers run past a lamppost. Cannon and Sybil have their arms locked and they clothesline the post, sending these two men flying into Bertha, and all three of them stumble into a snowbank. Brilliant.
It's some good spinning.
Well executed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Fingers says something like, I think I know where we're going to spend New Year's Eve, as they're getting handcuffed. Well, the first thing Otis does is jump into Bertha's bag to pull out the stolen wallet, which I almost forgot about, so good for him for remembering that. He says, like, just like I planned it. One of the police officers picks up Jenny and says he'll bring her back to the children's home, but Paula says, whoa, wait, we have to get her to a real home. We're trying to get her to a man and lady. They live over there with Prince Albert. And the hotel's just across the street, so... And the husband and wife just so happened to be packing up their car, getting ready to leave at that very moment, and I thought, it's a Christmas miracle. It's a miracle of timing. So the kids call out to them, and this time they hear them. Oh, it's those children. So they head over to the park to figure out what's going on. Otis Lee returns Frank's wallet, and the other kids tell him,
and here's something we found. A little girl for you. Her name's Jenny, and she needs a mom and dad. But she doesn't think she can get adopted because she's different. But that makes her special, just like me.
You're right, dear. She's very special.
They're really selling it.
So weird.
I do love that they keep, like, every time they talk about being special, there's like this move they do where like they spread out their arms about being special.
Yeah, all of them.
Like earlier, there's like special.
I mean, have you seen a Cabbage Patch Kid? That's their default state. It's all like T-posing.
Or it's like just dropped on a floor face first.
I mean, yeah. And the officer explains she's from the children's home, and Frank says, well, we're going to take you right back there. And all the kids are like, wait, back? For a second, they all thought, we went through all of this trouble. But the wife explains, we're going to go see if we can adopt her. There's a legal process. You can't just take a kid home. This cop's right there.
And thank God for that, because I actually thought they were like, just put her in the car.
Yeah.
Which is where watching it as an adult is jarring.
Yeah, no, don't just put her in the car. No, they thought about that. Like, no, we got to go through the legal process. So back at the orphanage, the head of the place that we're only meeting now says,
I'll file the adoption papers right away. In the meantime, Jenny dear, you may go and visit with Mr. and Mrs. Clark.
Finally, a grown-up who works here.
Yeah, I was actually I forgot that they actually showed this person. I thought it was just like a voice. Because I was like, wait, that's just like animate a new character this late in the special.
Sure. And it's Tress MacNeille again. She's doing quadruple duty in this special.
Amazing.
Even if it's just for one line, she just says, Jenny, you can go spend Christmas with Mr. and Mrs. Clark. We finally get their names.
Jenny Clark.
Beautiful. Otis Lee could have just looked through the wallet and find some ID, but... But meanwhile, the front door opens and in walks Xavier Roberts. Like, yeah, you got to put me in this story.
I was Googling what he looks like. Yeah, and he does kind of look like this, but he has a big beard.
He's got a big beard now, and he always wears a cowboy hat in every picture I've ever seen of him.
Yes, that's the cowboy hat. Yes. So you would think they would incorporate that into his child version.
You would think. He gave the cowboy hat to the other kid to...
Yeah, interesting.
And I'm thinking, how'd he know they were there? And here he tells them,
Colonel Casey said you didn't come back to the patch last night, so I came looking for you. And the police said to try here.
Good cartoon logic there. I buy that. So Jenny gets ready to go home with Mr. and Mrs. Clark and says goodbye and thank you to her new friends. And Paula Louise runs up and gives her a big hug and tells her she's glad she found a mom and dad. But she wishes they could both have the same mom and dad. Then they'd really be sisters. And Mrs. Clark says, you know, that's a wonderful idea. We'll have a house full of freckles. And her husband says this will be the happiest Christmas ever. So Paula gets adopted. Yay! But that leaves all the other Cabbage Patch Kids looking a little bummed. Not because they don't get to get adopted too. That's what I thought. I'm just like, really? You're going to end with that? But no, it's because they're going to miss their friend Paula.
Is it okay with you if I go?
Sure. It's just that we'll miss you. So we're unhappy for us, but we're also happy for you, aren't we?
Yay!
That shot from Paula's point of view, looking down at the Cabbage Patch Kids, who are all sad. Oh my God.
Yeah, they all got like tears in their eyes even.
Like pulling at my heartstrings. Like I still remember that feeling from when I was a kid and watching this. Like, oh my God, they're about to say goodbye to their friend.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Like they animated them crying. Like I got a little misty there.
Yeah, like tears streaming down their faces.
For real. I bet this got some of the grown-ups watching in the 80s as well.
That's why they were so beloved.
Yeah, no, they went hard with this. I'm really impressed.
From 1982 to 1987.
Yeah. But we fade back to the Cabbage Patch Clubhouse on the day after Christmas now, and Xavier's helped them decorate a real tree. Mm-hmm. Y'all hear me go on about TV showing the tree getting decorated on Christmas Eve, which seems late. This is the day after, so I guess it's never too late. This is their first Christmas. Give them a break. So Colonel Casey is back. He tells us it was the Clarks who sent them the tree, plus a turkey and presents. Mm-hmm. Listen, they were staying at the Prince Albert Hotel on Christmas Eve. Of course they can pay to overnight ship an entire Christmas to... I guess they sent it to Xavier's house? That's the only place that has an address. I don't know. Don't think about it.
With like a cast iron oven.
Sure. Yeah.
A dartboard.
Well, they have an oven. They have like a potbelly stove in their wooden clubhouse.
It's so weird.
But the best present of all, Colonel Casey adds, was a new Cabbage Patch Kid was born. Remember that baby we saw being born at the beginning? Now the Colonel's holding it in his lap and rocking it. Mm-hmm. But as they're playing with their new toys, Raimi comments,
I wish we could have seen the Christmas spirit.
Me too. Yeah.
You did.
Huh?
The Christmas spirit's a feeling you get when you're making someone else happy. Like you did Paula Louise and Jenny and the Clarks.
And I really liked that. Well done.
Yeah.
It's a feeling you get when you make someone else happy. Just beautiful.
No, it is. It's great.
And then they show a child getting a turkey out of the oven.
Can I just say, they make food look so delicious in this special.
They do.
It's like earlier, Paula was toasting marshmallows, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like they toast immediately and they look so good. And she takes them with her bare hands, like fresh marshmallow, and just like shoves them into her mouth. I'm like, geez, that's a hot marshmallow.
Y'all are hardcore, right?
Yeah.
That's not an easy bake oven. That's a real pot-bellied oven. You got it's Sybil Zadie, the woman with the glasses, taking the turkey out of the oven. She's wearing gloves.
Mm-hmm.
These children know how to cook a whole turkey. Fine. It's fine. Maybe she knows how to cook. That's how these kids eat. They can't eat cabbage. That'd be weird.
Real weird.
But then the kids ask Colonel Casey if he's going to stay for dinner after they take the turkey out of the oven. He's like, no thanks.
I didn't put that one together.
Peace out.
I did it. He's just like, no thanks. I'm like, you just took a bird out of the oven. Of course he doesn't want to stay.
It's like in the Peanuts Thanksgiving when Woodstock is eating the turkey.
Yeah. That's my favorite part of that whole special is they have this dinky little, I'm going to cook popcorn and toast and jelly beans for all my friends. And then Snoopy and Woodstock get out a turkey for themselves. Like, that is the funniest joke of this entire thing. He doesn't say any of that. Colonel Casey doesn't say any of that. He just says, no, thanks. But he was thinking it. Instead, he tells them he's got to head back to Babyland General to check on the new arrivals. They finally mentioned Babyland at the end of this. Because always be plugging. And he's got to take this newborn back with him. What about Baby Dodd? He's still there. He was the baby at the beginning. He's already got pajamas on.
Right.
He gets to stay with the others. I don't know why.
They grow up so fast in the Cabbage Patch.
I guess so. And Baby Dodd crawls right up to the hot turkey and tries to take a bite, puts his whole mouth on it, and ends up with gravy and turkey grease on his face. And everybody laughs. And before Colonel Casey takes off, he turns to the camera and he tells us,
You weren't born in a Cabbage Patch, but in a way, you're like the Cabbage Patch Kids, 'cause you're each one different. And that makes you special, too.
And that's it.
End with a message. I love it.
Can I say on the tape I have when I was a kid, it cut off Colonel Casey's end message, so I never knew what the moral of the story was. It took me like 20 or 30 years to see it, without my childhood tapes. I was like, that's what he was trying to tell me.
Oh, I'm so glad I could give you closure.
Yeah, finally, at long last.
Oh, any final thoughts on the Cabbage Patch Kids or their first Christmas?
I mean, we've said it multiple times that, or I'll translate what we've said, that it's so much better than it has any right to be.
Yeah.
Given the insane backstory and story it presents us with. But yeah, super weird, but puts me right in the 80s feels.
Totally. It's moving. Like, it's genuinely moving.
Mm-hmm.
I get so invested in the story, and Jenny is such a great character, and you just feel for her immediately. And the kids are nice. They're nice little Cabbage Patch Kids.
They are. I'm expecting some of them to be like quarreling a little bit. The most fighting they ever do is, no, the city's this way. No, it's that way. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was so much fun. It had been quite a long time since I watched this, so I wasn't really sure what to expect. I remembered bits and pieces. I totally blocked out that song. It's such a great song coming back to it.
It's great. It's one of the great animated Christmas special songs of that era.
It really is. I'm going to rip it and put it on my Christmas playlist. I love the sentiment of it's everybody's Christmas. Love how the kids rally around Jenny and each other, and that brace she's wearing doesn't even really impede her at all.
No.
She's like the doll from Rudolph who's on the island of misfit toys and nobody can figure out why. And it turns out it's all in her head. Is she on the shirt I'm wearing? Somewhere.
That's so cool.
No, she didn't make the shirt.
Of course not.
Boo. I'm wearing a shirt that's got a whole bunch of Rudolph characters on her. The spotted elephant made it. Charlie in the box. No Dolly.
Charlie in the box.
But thank you both for taking this trip to find the Christmas spirit with me. I'm glad we found it.
Likewise. This was a lot of fun.
It's always fun.
Well, if people want to deliver a whole turkey to your secret clubhouse in a clearing in the woods where the bad weather wouldn't dare touch, where should they find you on the internet? Julia.
You can find all links to Tis the Podcast at linktree/Tis the Podcast. We've got Facebook, Patreon. You can always find us in your feeds. It's where we met Mike, so
yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
And Steven.
I have a new movie premiering it should be on Amazon by the time this drops. It's called The Bigfoot Club.
Yeah.
Check it out on Amazon Prime. It's a feature-length movie about a group of kids who looked for Bigfoot as kids and reunite to look for him as adults.
Ooh.
I got to watch this already. Steven sent me a link a while ago. I just watched it again recently. It's so much fun. Go check it out. Please check out all of those things. You can connect with my pals here via the show notes of this episode or on my website at adventcalendar.house. I hope you'll tune in next time when you can witness this flame in my heart and a long-lost friend give every dark street a light at the end. Until then... For Julia and Steven, from behind a secret waterfall next to an old gold mine that may or may not even have gold, this is Mike Westfall reminding you to mind the icy patch, and don't forget, you're each one different. That's what makes you special. Good night, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Retro Network.
Next time on the Advent Calendar House.